This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Wednesday, the 23rd of October. I'm James Spann. A cool breeze will develop today. Cold air moving in. And again, we're looking at potential for the first freeze of this season by Saturday morning. Let's take a look at the big picture. Water vapor satellite view across the nation. Big cold upper trough over the east. Ridge in the west, and that is delivering new surge of cold air coming down the pike. Now, this morning, it's not that bad. We've got mostly upper 40s and low 50s, but tomorrow morning will be in the 30s at daybreak with a chance of frost. And you can see how cold air really has flooded much of the continental United States. You have to go down to the southern tip of Florida to get away from it. Got a lot of frost and freeze advisories up for much of the eastern half of the nation, and I'm sure we'll see frost advisories down here for tomorrow morning and Friday morning, and then probably a freeze warning for Saturday morning. One nice thing about the cold air, severe weather's not going to be a problem, but you know what? About a week from now, that might be different. About the time the fall tornado season kicks off, about the time the next thunderstorm threat here. We'll look at that here in a minute. But in the short term, no rain. In fact, no rain for the next 5 days. This is through Monday morning of next week, not a drop. And the tropics, that is Tropical Storm Lorenzo, out in the middle of the Atlantic with sustained winds of 50 miles an hour. Middle of nowhere, stays in the middle of nowhere. And it should dissipate late in the week, early in the weekend as it moves over cooler water. We'll check the GFS, the Global Forecast System. This is valid at 1 o'clock local time this afternoon, troughing over the east. And down below that, look at the isobars packed. That means it'll be kind of breezy today. North wind of 10 to 20. The sky will be bright and sunny, but the high only around 60 today. That's 12 degrees below average. We ought to be in the low 70s here. Tomorrow, we stay cool and dry. We start the day down in the mid to upper 30s. High should be in the 60s. And on Friday, here comes the next surge of cold air. 1030 millibar high north of Memphis. And the high on Friday will drop into the 50s. The NAM is showing a high of only 57. And again, the sky will be bright and sunny, but it's going to be very chilly. Friday night for football, high school games, you'll need a good warm jacket. We'll probably be in the 40s at kickoff, and I wouldn't be shocked if some stadiums up in the Tennessee Valley maybe reach the upper 30s by the end of those games Friday night. Saturday, as we kick off the weekend, you know that's going to be a cold morning. Lows down there in the low 30s with that surface high right on top of us. Here's a look at the anomalies. Temperatures about 15 degrees below average. Many spots will see the first freeze. And, of course, it's not going to be freezing everywhere. You know that how it is in this place. We have huge variations with terrain and wind. But for a lot of folks, that will be the first freeze of the season, coming in pretty early. The average date of our first freeze is the 9th of November, and that is Saturday, October 26th. The day Saturday will be dry and sunny. Great day for football. The high Saturday should be in the 60s, and this is Sunday. High should be well up in the 60s, mid to upper 60s. Sunday morning, latest guidance coming in a bit warmer as moisture starts to try and creep back in here, but I do think some folks could reach the 30s. Looks like lows mostly in the 40s now Sunday morning. Now, next week, everything looks a little different here. We got a south wind on Monday, and we should see low 70s as we start to warm up. But, of course, that's just where we should be, is 71, 72. This is Tuesday, and here's a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 30th of October. Big trough in the southwest, and that could impact our weather in a big way after that. We're still dry Wednesday. We'll go to the next day. This is Halloween, Thursday, the 31st. Maybe a little trick being played on us here, but strong trough. The GFS has the core of that a little north of here. Surface low, a deep surface low, 987 millibars. That's west of Indianapolis. And that looks pretty stormy with the cold front coming in. Certainly wet. And again, maybe stormy. The European looks different. It's got a deep upper low that's over Arkansas, farther south. But one way or the other, both models are clearly screaming Halloween or sometime near that day toward the middle or end of next week could be wet and maybe stormy. There could be a severe weather look. We just don't know at this point. Just something to watch in coming days. We'll check the end of the forecast, November the 11th, kind of a zonal flow. Looks fairly cool here. And look at that little tropical feature in the Gulf. But remember, the water's pretty cool. The water's only about 70, 71 up in the northern Gulf, so it's going to be hard to get anything up this way of any importance that late in the season because of the cooler water. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can, catch us on ABC 3340 News this evening on the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.